Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Polly, and today I'm going to do like a little review, thoughts, feedbacks based on some samples that I got for Amouage. I'm very excited. I want to try some more stuff. I'm very impressed, but I'm scared because they're a very unique brand, right? They're also very expensive, but man, do they create quality and different. And that's what I love in fragrance. I love different. I want to be surprised and amazed, and yeah, they deliver. They deliver. But you gotta be careful, right? So either way, so let's begin. Let me let me start with this. Let me start with Interlude. This was the first one, besides the beach hut that I have, that I was very curious about. And let's see, yes, I was hoping there'll be some notes here, but there isn't. So we're gonna skip notes. I'm just gonna give you my feedback about it. So it's an incense scent, woody base incense with kiwi. Okay, that's the one. I sprayed it here, and I will say, and so I thought that will be my jam, and it is. It is. I was scared, kiwi, what? Where are we going with that? But that's what gets me in fragrances, those weird notes. It's like, what are you talking about? Kiwi. At the beginning, a couple of times that I sprayed it and smelled it, the kiwi was very dominant with the incense, and I'm okay with you, but I'm not sure. So it's definitely one you gotta come back to and try again, and definitely in different climates. When the kiwi is very dominant, I'm not the biggest fan. It's a little weird. But right now I sprayed, so it's a little bit more, was it like an hour ago? And it's stunning. At no point the kiwi jumped as it did in the beginning. So again, maybe just because, it just settles more and more with time. And it's absolutely a gorgeous incense. It's a soft, it's beautiful. It's not about aggression. This is not about in your face. I think this is a very easy wear. This is gorgeous for fall and winter. There's something unique, very elegant. The way it presents its notes is very elegant and very high quality. Just stunning fragrance. This is definitely on my wish list. Interlude is on my wish list. It's incredible. It really represents my fragrance taste, and it represents a very big chunk of my personality, kind of my inner self. So Interlude is fantastic. That's my feedback about that. And if you guys want like a deeper review, I will definitely have to really wear. But right now it's just, kind of feedback, some thoughts. So let's go to my next one. So the next one, so there's Figment and another one in like this pink turquoise bottle, and both of them are florals. They're supposed to be kind of like rotten or like a swampy. I went with Figment. It's a lighter version of the other one, just for what I understand from reviews. And so I got the Figment, and guys, so let's see. Ooh. Okay, so this is just little stories. There's no notes here. But so for me, this is a lot of floral. The other one has carnation. Oh, me and carnation, we're not always besties. A lot of florals. This one is also on my wish list. It is. It's when you think of a floral fragrance to be oh so different, this is what I think about. I'm sure that the other one, I don't know why the name doesn't pop to me, but the other one I'm sure it also falls in that category, just like volumed up a little bit with the peculiar notes. But this is my perfect. I find this to be very different, very thin, delicate, but really kind of presents itself, I don't know how to explain, very well. Long-lasting, beautiful performance, yet feminine. That sweet spot when it's feminine and delicate and floral, but very different, very unique, very a very specific personality that is a very hard one to do. And I'm just gonna spray another one. It's gorgeous. A little sharpness like narcissus, sharpness in the opening. But I don't know, this is so beautiful. So there is something kind of like a swamp in the distance. That green, kind of almost like if you have a bouquet of flowers, and it's not about the flowers, it's the stems in the water that's been sitting there. The water's kind of like brownish, and then everything kind of dried out. You forgot about that bouquet and you're about to throw it in the trash. So when you pull it out, what you smell is not what's on top. You smell those kind of like rotten stems, right? That was in the water. So there's a little bit of that, but in the most gorgeous way. It's almost like you bought a fresh, huge bouquet of all these flowers, and they're fresh, and they're just like, you smell them, and then you smell the rotten kind of stems at the same time, or maybe even just the water. But it's so gorgeous. If it was just that rotten part, I would say like, hey, where are we going with this? But no, you are not losing that gorgeous, delicate, mind-blowing concoction of florals. Incredible. I don't think this is a summer fragrance, at least not for my summer. For normal people, you know, normal climate, like a summer night, definitely spring, fall, winter. I think this one is a very year-round. Fantastic. Like, wow. Wow. When again, I keep saying that in multiple videos, when I think of niche, and I see, you know, all the, you know, the creation, the story behind it, and the price, I expect art. I expect blow my mind. I want a freaking Mona Lisa. And Amouage, wow. The other one, oh, hold on. So the next one is, yeah, let's do this one. This is Material. Do we have any notes here? No, another story. Okay. So I don't want to spray them on cards because they're too good for a card. I'm gonna spray it right here. So this one is a gorgeous vanilla woody fragrance. Maybe there's tobacco. I really don't remember the notes. But I would say this is this one is not as unique. Okay, this is what this is a very high quality woody spicy vanilla, unisex, 100%. Nothing. Yeah, it's round, it's soft, maybe some cinnamon, I don't know, maybe some spices, but it's warm, it's gorgeous. It's definitely for a man, and it's definitely for a woman. It has that roughness, those spices. So it's not a plush fluff one, which is what I like about this one. This one is really beautiful. I don't have much to say just because it kind of falls in that category, but if you like that category, the way that I would identify this one from a lot of other ones is incredible quality, very smooth. It is, I will say, kind of like focus on the spiciness, and the rest just makes it really smooth and round, but it's definitely woody and spicy, but not oriental, nothing stinky, nothing pungy, nothing out of place here. Very elegant. On my skin, it is pulling like those woods that just suit men perfectly, but and it doesn't matter that this is all Amouage woman. It really makes no difference. You know what I'm saying? It makes no difference. I saw so many reviews by men of these specific fragrances from the woman line. It really doesn't matter. You know, this is magnificent. It is really warm, to say that this one is on my wish list. I don't know. If it fell down on me, would I be happy? Be like, oh, you know, catch it from the sky? Sure. Am I gonna chase it? Probably not. If I see it on some, you know, crazy, I don't know, reduced price, like something, you know, out of this world, yes. But for me right now, it's Interlude and Figment, because Figment is just stunning. Right now, that bitterness is tapering down, those rotten stems, and the narcissus and the other, it's quality. My mind is blown. Really, my mind is blown. Now let's talk about Sunshine. Amouage Sunshine. So I will say this, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I understand what people like it. This one has mimosa, and you know what the opening of this reminded me? Not the dry down. The dry down for me, how I remember, I experienced the opening very different from the dry down. Both are great, you know. But in the opening, it reminded me. I'm like, it reminds me of something. It reminds me of something. What is it? So this one has mimosa, and it has that sweetness. It's a kind of like a sweet, you know, apricot-y something fragrance. It reminded me of this, of Vanille Exclusive by Mancera, the opening. And a lot of the, not the fragrance itself, but the mimosa. The mimosa and the sweetness. How this one, those kind of two notes sit on my skin in this fragrance. That's how it was here. And then the dry down, that's where the difference kind of popped up for me. It's good. I understand why people love Sunshine. I get it. I get it. And it's really good. It's good, it's sweet, it's fluffy, easy to use, easy to wear. The mimosa, again, here it is, the mimosa. At the opening, I get like these just like sweet apricots, nothing else, which is yum. It's like apricot jam. And then to the apricot jam comes the mimosa. That's where it starts to, the mimosa is just kind of similar, but the dry down is different. This is a stunning fragrance. Same thing, definitely on my wish list. If I see it at a great price, it's definitely worth it. It's really good quality. It's a beautiful fragrance. But now, La Finale. I was really scared about this one from all, and it's the one that I find to be, I think, the most incredible. My taste, okay? Don't judge me. It blew my mind. It blew my mind, and as it developed, I'm like, my mind is still blown, my mind is still blown. This is wow, this is wow, this is wow. I need it, I want it. One day I will have it. So this is Memoir. That black bottle. Wow. Like, just by reviews, it kind of scared me, and I thought the Interlude is going to be, you know, that more wearable, and this is going to be monstrosity and this dangerous and extreme, and which I see why people would say that, but is it? Nope. Chic, elegant, class from, not in the terms of like, there is something vintagey, but a very modern vintage, okay? Let's like a deep vintage, but really modern, but not even about that. It's about the class of 1950. The kind of like, what's that series? Mad Men, okay? But class. I know they did a lot of not classy things, okay? But just think even about grandparents or just people that you know that grew up in that era. And you know, those women, I just have a friend and she showed me a picture of her grandmother, and her grandmother is almost 80 and she's this gorgeous woman. Just makeup, pearls, the way, you know, this elegance and class, the way she holds herself, the way she speaks, that class, that elegance, you know, that old school that's what it just, I wouldn't say it is incredibly incensey. I don't think it's about that. It's about, like I said, think of a vintage deep incense scent, like a Paolo Picasso or something like that, which I don't like them. They're too hot. But think of that, clean it, filter it, like nice clean without all the yucky stuff, and reformulate into a very modern way, and shove a lot of air, make it plume, make it kind of breathe. And that is what I get here. And then the dry down is very different from the opening. The dry down is very clean. It kind of transitions into something much softer, much cleaner. I don't really get the incense. There may be part of this opening thing, you know, when you're thinking about like you're getting like a fragrance and it's a very like a vintage one, for example, and it's a very dark color, and then you spray and you get all these spices and incense, and it's very like amber dark. So that, but cut all that into like an eighth and make it airy, right? And then it dries down to just, you get some floral, it gets cleaner and more delicate and more, it is so feminine. It is very elegant. I mean, I don't know. I know women that can use this on an everyday basis. It just depends on the woman. Can a man pull this off? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Again, like, just depends on your taste, you know. But if you're a man, I would say, you know, get a sample, see how you do. I do think like a man technically can pull this one off. Why not? But a woman, I am thinking, you like right now I can wear this. When I was in my 30s, no. Definitely not in the 20s. You want to be 40 up, which, hey, for me, I'm just a couple of months away from that. But now I can definitely wear this. I can pull this off. This is not going to be an everyday fragrance for me. I do need to dress a certain way. Like I need to make sure my hair is done, my makeup is done. I need to make sure heels are on at some height, and something tailored, like a coat, a jacket. Like I need to be put together to some degree for this fragrance. Like a nice bag, you know, like things you need to be put together. This is beautiful. This is really unique. And that's, yeah. And I love that Amouage does a lot of fragrances that have a vintage touch, because I love vintage. But a lot of vintages, they do have a very kind of harsh or hard element for me to pull off. And this is just, the extracted gold. It's fantastic. I don't think this is a difficult fragrance. I don't think it's a hard or harsh or, you know, to be afraid from that black color, because it's not in the opening. And then the dry down is very mellow. It's very light. It's not fresh, but it's just, there's some it's like I don't know, like that woman, but you know, after a shower, or it's hard to describe. But I will say, if you're scared, don't be. If you think this is like a monster punch you in the face with a bunch of aggressive notes, it is not. If you think this is going to be a beast incense, it is not. If you don't like even resembling anything vintage, stay away. If you love your vintage, you are put together, or at least like me, you have your days, that's your mood, and then you would enjoy this. Yeah, do not be scared. That's what I was panicking. I was like spraying, like, oh. Incredible. It softens into something so stunning and so easy to wear if you're you have your, you know, stuff put together, like I said before. Either way, that's my thoughts and my feedback. I'm very excited to discover more things from Amouage, and I want to try Bracken so much. Like the moment you tell me, the moment I hear so many conflicting reviews, or I hear a lot of negative reviews, or I hear people just don't really understand it, or say that this is weird, this is different, or I see no's that are like, huh, even I'm scratching my head. That's what gets me. I'm like, ooh, now I'm curious. I want to know. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. So I'm going to try to get more samples from this brand and give you some more feedbacks. Definitely, once, you know, I get a full bottle and there's a, you know, a proper wear, I can give an actual, like, maybe a deeper review. But by the way, regarding performances, yes, there is nothing. I mean, Amouage is perfect. Longevity, projection, I'm sure there's sillages and all that, but no issues there. So for conclusion, on my wish list is Figment, Memoir, Interlude, and Sunshine, right? And if, you know, if the stars align for material, sure. But this is kind of cool because I tried all of these and I have nothing negative to say about any of them. They're phenomenal. I'm kind of happy. Not the same luck with some other brands, but you know, I'm here to learn more about niche. So, all right. Well, like I said, this is it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.